Introduction to the ENTJ personality type. ENTJs are dynamic and determined individuals with inherent leadership abilities. ENTJs are recognized for their extrovert nature, which implies that being around other people energizes them. They thrive in social circumstances and are often seen as charming and self-assured. ENTJs are intuitive. This means they make judgments based on their intuition and gut emotions. They are innovative problem solvers who can swiftly assess problems to choose the best course of action. They are often strategic and have big-picture thinking, which allows them to recognize the long-term consequences of their judgments. ENTJs are also analytical and logical thinkers. They are determined and can make tough decisions without being influenced by emotions. They are also objective in their search for the most efficient and effective solution to any problem. ENTJs are also recognized for their judging nature. They like a feeling of control and organization in their life. They are often very organized people who like making plans and setting goals. They are also highly dedicated and persistent in their pursuit of their goals. Strengths and flaws of ENTJs. One flaw that ENTJs have is the tendency to be too critical and demanding of themselves and others. They have high expectations of themselves and people around them, and they might feel disappointed when these expectations are not met. They may also be viewed as impatient or intolerant of people who lack their kind of drive. ENTJs have the ability to remain cool and organized under pressure. Even when others are feeling overwhelmed or worried, they are typically able to think clearly and make good judgments. This trait may help them to be good crisis managers and leaders in emergency situations. They are also incredibly efficient and organized. They can often handle many tasks and projects at the same time without feeling anxious or overwhelmed. They are often competent in delegating responsibilities to others and managing teams to reach their objectives. When it comes to communication, ENTJs are often straightforward and to the point. They place a premium on efficiency and effectiveness, and may not always have time for small chat or niceties. They are extremely good at articulating their ideas and thoughts to others, as well as inspiring and motivating people around them. ENTJs are also known for their capacity to learn fast and adapt quickly. They often recognize patterns and trends that help them in anticipating and responding to changes in their surroundings. Because of this, they are good at navigating complicated and fast-shifting circumstances. Another possible flaw of the ENTJ is a propensity to become too focused on reaching objectives at the cost of personal well-being. In trying to attain their objectives, they may overlook their own or the needs of people around them, which may lead to burnout or strained personal relationships. Despite these possible flaws, ENTJs are often quite successful in both their professional and personal life. They are natural-born leaders who can inspire and drive others to realize their full potential. They are well-suited for tasks that need decisive leadership and a focus on accomplishing ambitious objectives because of their strategic thinking, analytical skills, and results-oriented mindset. Why understanding your personality type is critical for success. Knowing your personality type is critical for personal and professional success. It enables you to obtain a thorough understanding of your own strengths, limitations, preferences, and habits. It would allow you to make educated judgments and take appropriate action in a variety of scenarios. Knowing your personality type may help you make better choices in both your personal and professional life. For example, an introvert may enjoy working in a quiet and serene environment, while an extrovert may flourish in a collaborative and sociable one. Understanding your personality type may assist you in selecting the correct profession or career path that matches your talents and preferences, resulting in work happiness and improved performance. Identifying your personality type might also help in the development of successful communication skills. All personality types communicate in different ways, and understanding how to interact with each type may help you create stronger connections with others. It also improves your ability to communicate yourself effectively. Another big advantage of knowing your personality type is that it may help you manage stress and deal with difficult circumstances. Each personality type has a unique approach of dealing with stress and challenging circumstances. Some individuals, for example, may prefer to reflect alone, but others may need social assistance to cope. Knowing your personality type may help you understand your coping processes and develop effective stress management strategies, resulting in improved mental health and well-being. Knowing your personality type may also help you define your values. Each personality type has a unique set of values, beliefs, and motivations that govern their actions and choices. Understanding your personality type may assist you in discovering and integrating your core values and beliefs with your goals. This may help you live a more meaningful and fulfilling life, and help you make decisions that are compatible with your values and beliefs. Knowing your personality type can help you discover your blind spots and areas for growth. Every personality type has blind spots or areas where they struggle. Introverts, for example, may have difficulty with networking and public speaking. Understanding your personality type will help you discover your blind spots and establish ways to develop these qualities, which can lead to personal and professional advancement. Understanding your personality type can help you create realistic and achievable goals that are in line with your strengths and preferences, resulting in better results and a sense of accomplishment. Another big benefit of understanding your personality type is that it may assist you in making better professional choices. Each personality type has a unique set of talents, capabilities, and interests that make certain vocations and professions more appropriate for them. A logical and analytical personality, for example, may thrive in engineering, finance, or computer science, while a creative and artistic personality may succeed in design, advertising, or music. Understanding your personality type can help you discover your natural abilities and interests, as well as choose a fulfilling vocation. Chapter 2. ENTJ's Dominant Characteristics. ENTJs have strong will and tenacity. They are extremely driven people who establish lofty goals for themselves and would go to any length to attain them. They are often regarded as motivated or goal-oriented, and they have a persistent work ethic that enables them to achieve great things. They are not easily discouraged by failures, and they are prepared to take chances and make difficult choices in order to achieve their objectives. They are competent in recognizing patterns and trends, as well as synthesizing information from many sources. They are outstanding planners and organizers who can break down difficult jobs into tiny chunks and successfully assign duties. They are not hesitant to speak out or take command of a situation. They have a natural charm that enables them to demand attention and respect, and their ideas and advice are often sought. Although they might seem dictatorial or threatening at times, ENTJs are typically well-respected and liked by people around them. ENTJs may be gregarious and engaged in social circumstances, yet they can also be seen as cold or distant. They tend to put work above personal relationships, and they may struggle to communicate their feelings or connect emotionally with others. They are extremely loyal and dedicated when it comes to intimate relationships, and they will go to tremendous lengths to defend and protect people they care about. ENTJs are also known for their productivity and efficiency. They have an innate ability to manage time and resources, and they can often do more in a day than most people can in a week. They are adept at assigning duties and managing teams, as well as discovering and developing talent. They are not frightened to make difficult judgments and can do so fast and boldly. ENTJs are good at public speaking and debate. They can express their views and ideas clearly and eloquently. They are not hesitant to participate in intellectual debates, and they thrive on competition and intellectual stimulation. They are natural-born leaders who are self-assured in their decision-making abilities. They often inspire and encourage people to follow their example, and they have a gift for articulating their vision and ideas in a manner that others can comprehend. Sometimes, ENTJs may fail to connect emotionally with people in their interpersonal relationships because they prefer logic and reason above feelings and emotions. They may be harsh or judgmental of people, and they may find it difficult to communicate vulnerability. They are, however, often devoted and dedicated partners eager to devote time and energy into their relationships. ENTJs might struggle with emotional expressiveness at times. They may be prone to burying their emotions or prioritizing logic and reason above emotions and empathy. Chapter 3. ENTJ Cognitive Functions. Every personality type is linked to a hierarchy of cognitive functions according to the MBTI theory. It is this cognitive process that each personality type uses to analyze information and make choices. The main function that a person depends on the most is known as their dominant function. The secondary function that assists the main function is known as the auxiliary function. A less developed function that starts to become more significant later in life is known as the tertiary function. The weakest function that might lead to difficulties is known as the inferior function. These are the functions for ENTJs. 1. Extrovert thinking, TE, is their dominant function. For ENTJs, extrovert thinking is all about productivity, planning, and establishing objectives in the outside world. TE makes ENTJs to always look for ways to improve things, often by developing structures, procedures, and tactics to reach their objectives. TE is used by ENTJs to assess the outside world using reason and logic. They possess an aptitude for scenario analysis, pattern recognition, and problem solving that guarantees optimal production. TE is an outwards-focused extrovert function. Because of their prowess in group organization, goal setting, and motivating others to reach those objectives, ENTJs are often seen as successful managers or leaders. Extrovert thinking motivates ENTJs to take initiative, be creative, and make the world a better place. 2. Introverted intuition, NI, is their auxiliary function. For ENTJs, introvert intuition is preoccupied with the interior, abstract perception of reality. It enables ENTJs to see connections, meanings, and underlying patterns that others would overlook. NI explore the invisible, concentrating on insight, visions, and possibilities, whereas TE examines the visible and quantifiable. NI gives ENTJs the ability to discern future trends and opportunities. Because they depend on their internal image of how things will turn out, they often make judgments that might seem speculative to others. NI contribute to the fact that ENTJs are strategic planners. They may use the information they get from their intuition to create long-term strategies. They are able to see goals and determine the steps required to reach it. NI assist ENTJs in synthesizing complicated information and developing a profound comprehension of abstract ideas. Because of this, they often exhibit high levels of innovation, developing groundbreaking concepts and solutions that are far ahead of their time. NI give TE the visionary element that enables ENTJs to prepare for the future, in addition to solving current problems. 3. Extrovert sensing, SE, is the tertiary function. For ENTJs, extrovert sensing is in charge of using their senses to see and experience the outside world. SE is often linked to an increased consciousness of the here and now. SE may sometimes encourage ENTJs to concentrate on the now, even if they have a tendency to think about the future. SE enables them to take note of the textures, colors, and motions of their surroundings. When needed, this may assist them in making better judgments. SE also enables ENTJs to be more flexible in circumstances that call for prompt, in-the-moment action. Even while ENTJs may not depend on SE as much as TE and NI, it nonetheless gives their personality a dynamic touch. It enables them to pursue their long-term strategic objectives while being grounded and aware of their environment. 4. Introverted feeling, FI, is their inferior function. It is the ENTJ's least developed cognitive function. FI is focused on moral ideals, feelings, and personal values. Since ENTJs have the lowest function in this area, they often have trouble completely comprehending and expressing their own emotions as well as those of others. Because ENTJs value reason and objective above emotions, they are sometimes seen as emotionally cold or aloof. They could find it difficult to control their emotions or comprehend those of others, particularly when emotions are seen as being at odds with logic. As ENTJs become older, they could acquire FI, which is the ability to comprehend and appreciate their own and other people's feelings. This growth may help them become more sympathetic and improve their relationships. The development of FI, the inferior function, is essential for ENTJs because it enables them to strike a balance between a greater awareness of their own values and emotional lives and their attention to the external world around them. Chapter 4. ENTJ Blind Spots. One of the most difficult obstacles for ENTJs is their propensity to get too focused on accomplishing their objectives. Although this drive may be advantageous in many respects, it can also make people seem rigid and unyielding. Another difficulty for ENTJs is their propensity to ignore the emotional needs of others around them. They may place more emphasis on efficiency and production than on fostering connections or establishing a healthy work atmosphere. This may lead to a lack of empathy, making it difficult for them to connect on a deeper level with others. ENTJs may also have difficulty delegating duties or trusting others to take on significant responsibilities, which may cause stress. ENTJs may not always appreciate the worth of diverse views and may be quick to discard them. They may fail to grasp the broad picture and may place too much emphasis on the specifics of a plan, resulting in lost chances or a lack of inventiveness. Sometimes, their emphasis on success may often come at the price of their own well-being, as they may ignore self-care or work excessively long hours. Another blind spot for ENTJs is their frustration with inefficiency or slow development. ENTJs are generally motivated by outcomes and may grow dissatisfied if they believe their team or organization is not progressing swiftly enough toward their objectives. Because of their impatience, they may make rash judgments. It is critical for ENTJs to understand that growth and progress require time. They may ignore the value of appreciating and rewarding individual efforts because they are so focused on hitting their targets. This might result in a low level of morale and motivation among team members, who may feel devalued or unloved. ENTJs may improve by taking the time to praise their team's hard work and accomplishments, as well as providing critical comments to help them grow and develop. ENTJs might come off as threatening or hostile to others. Their direct communication style and emphasis on outcomes might be seen as dictatorial or intimidating. ENTJs should be mindful of how they interact with others, especially those who are more sensitive or reserved. They should practice active listening, soliciting feedback, and modifying their communication style to meet the needs and preferences of others. ENTJs may also struggle to strike a work-life balance. They may put work above personal relationships or self-care because they are so determined to reach their targets. This might result in burnout or damaged relationships with family and friends. Setting limits and having a plan that allows for regular breaks and time spent with family and friends might help ENTJs have a better life. ENTJs may have difficulty embracing change. Although they are often self-assured in their decision-making abilities, they may become set in their ways and averse to new ideas or methods. ENTJs should learn to be open to new perspectives and prepared to take calculated risks in order to avoid stagnation. ENTJs may overestimate their skills. Since ENTJs are natural problem solvers, they may believe that they always know the best answer to any given situation. Although confidence may be useful in many circumstances, it can also lead to arrogance and a refusal to accept other answers or views. ENTJs might benefit by searching out other opinions and being able to know when they don't have all the answers. ENTJs can be extremely competitive. ENTJs are often motivated by a desire to achieve and may see other individuals or organizations as competitors to be vanquished. Although healthy rivalry may be inspiring, an overly competitive work climate can be detrimental. ENTJs may benefit from adopting a more collaborative approach to accomplishing their objectives, concentrating on good relationships and collaborations rather than exclusively on competition. ENTJs may also have difficulty adjusting to change or uncertainty. They may grow apprehensive or uncomfortable when presented with unanticipated hurdles or setbacks to their plans because they are so focused on attaining objectives. Developing resilience and flexibility, as well as learning to perceive change as an opportunity for development and adaptation rather than a threat, may help ENTJs. ENTJs are frequently extremely analytical, and they may see emotions as a distraction or impediment to attaining their objectives. Unfortunately, this might lead to a lack of understanding or empathy for their team members. Developing emotional intelligence, learning to perceive and react to the emotions of others, and adding empathy and compassion into their leadership style may all help ENTJs. Although their no-nonsense style might be helpful in certain contexts, it may be repulsive or alienating to others, especially those who value diplomacy and subtlety. Learning to speak in a straightforward and direct manner, while yet respecting the sentiments and viewpoints of others might help ENTJs. Another weakness for ENTJs is the tendency to be too ambitious or unrealistic in their ambitions. Since they are frequently extremely motivated and goal-oriented, ENTJs may create unrealistically high expectations for themselves and their team members. Setting realistic and attainable goals, as well as recognizing and appreciating achievements along the way, might help ENTJs. How to overcome these flaws to become an effective leader. ENTJs should engage in active listening. ENTJs, as natural leaders, may be fast to draw conclusions and dominate talks, but this may lead to misunderstandings and damaged emotions. ENTJs may better comprehend the wants and concerns of their team members by actively listening to them and responding with empathy and compassion. ENTJs should develop self-awareness. This entails reflecting on one's own qualities and faults, as well as the influence one has on others. Being more self-aware allows ENTJs to identify when they are being excessively controlling or insensitive and change their behavior appropriately. ENTJs should concentrate on improving their emotional intelligence. The ability to detect and control one's own emotions, as well as comprehend and react properly to the emotions of others, is what emotional intelligence is all about. ENTJs would improve their ability to handle challenging circumstances with subtlety and empathy by increasing their emotional intelligence. ENTJs should learn to properly delegate. Since ENTJs are natural leaders, they may be tempted to take on too much responsibility and attempt to accomplish everything alone. This, however, might result in fatigue and impede team members from developing their own talents and expertise. ENTJs may free up time for themselves and inspire their team members to take ownership of their work by delegating chores and responsibilities. ENTJs should concentrate on developing good relationships with their team members. Although ENTJs usually value duties and goals above personal relationships, getting to know their team members on a deeper level may assist to create trust and foster a feeling of camaraderie. This may be accomplished by having one-on-one meetings with team members on a regular basis and making an effort to learn about their interests and aspirations. ENTJs should also seek for methods to help their team members achieve their own goals, whether via resources or mentoring. ENTJs are recognized for their direct and occasionally brutal communication style, which may seem insensitive or hostile. ENTJs can foster a more open and collaborative workplace by taking the time to frame comments in a positive and constructive manner, as well as by clarifying their thinking process and reasons behind choices. ENTJs should increase their adaptability and flexibility. Although ENTJs are extremely structured and goal-oriented, this may occasionally lead to rigidity and inflexibility. ENTJs may establish more resilient and dynamic teams by being open to new ideas and methods and prepare to shift course when required. ENTJs should seek input from others. Although ENTJs may be self-assured in their skills and ideas, it may be beneficial to seek outside advice to discover blind spots and opportunities for progress. Feedback may take numerous forms, including soliciting input from coworkers or team members on particular projects or tasks, holding regular performance evaluations with managers or mentors, and engaging in 360-degree feedback programs. Establishing clear boundaries between work and personal life is also vital. They should create time outside of work for hobbies or other interests, and avoid the desire to work excessively long hours or check work email outside of set periods. To accept diversity and inclusiveness, ENTJs should seek out and listen to the perspectives and ideas of individuals from all cultures. Companies may also endeavor to foster a workplace culture that promotes and encourages diversity, such as by adopting diversity and inclusion training programs or allowing underrepresented groups to take on leadership roles. Chapter 5. ENTJs and Romantic Relationships. When it comes to picking a companion, ENTJs are quite picky. They aren't scared to take chances and are eager to put time and effort into a relationship with the possibility for growth and development. They want partners who share their goals and desires and who can contribute to their growth. ENTJs are very dedicated and faithful partners in a romantic relationship. They are committed to make the relationship work. They cherish their partner's honesty and openness. They are not scared to have unpleasant talks and are always striving to enhance communication and understanding with their partners. They are often successful in their work and may give their partner financial security and stability. They are also adept at offering emotional support and assisting their partner in navigating challenging situations. They are not scared to take on responsibilities. One of ENTJ's flaws in a romantic relationship is their inclination to be domineering and controlling. They may seem overconfident and arrogant at times, which may terrify their partner. They may also have difficulty expressing their feelings and may seem indifferent or unemotional. It is critical for ENTJs to improve their emotional intelligence and become more sensitive to their partner's demands and emotions. In a romantic relationship, ENTJs may be the planner, organizer, and decision-maker. They may have a highly planned approach to the relationship and even a time frame for when they want certain milestones to be met. Although this strategy may be quite effective in terms of attaining common goals and objectives, it can occasionally jeopardize the emotional connection between couples. ENTJs may struggle to demonstrate vulnerability and may find it challenging to emotionally open up to their spouse. They may also have unrealistic expectations of their relationship and be ready to criticize if those goals are not reached. As a result, in order to form a better emotional connection with their partner, ENTJs often need to concentrate on strengthening their emotional intelligence and empathy. This might be difficult for them since they are not used to concentrating on their feelings or addressing emotions in a relationship. They are extremely motivated and have strong ideas, and they may be less likely to explore alternate perspectives or points of view. This is particularly difficult in a relationship when compromise and flexibility are required for success. ENTJs may struggle with vulnerability and expressing their feelings. They may see emotions as a distraction from their aims and may be uncomfortable sharing their emotions. This might make developing closeness and emotional bonds with their partner challenging. ENTJs must learn to combine their goal-oriented attention with their emotional demands. They might begin by being vulnerable with their spouse and progressively speaking up about their feelings. They may also concentrate on improving their empathy and active listening skills in order to better understand and react to their partner's emotional needs. They also have an inclination to be critical of both themselves and their partners. They have high expectations for themselves and others, and when those expectations are not satisfied, they may feel disappointed. This may create a vicious loop of criticism and blame, which can harm the relationship. To counteract this, ENTJs must learn to tolerate flaws and concentrate on the good aspects of their relationships. They may practice gratitude and appreciation, as well as learning to give credit to themselves and their partners for their successes. ENTJs may create a better and happy relationship by concentrating on the relationship's strengths and supporting each other's growth. ENTJs may also struggle with their propensity to emphasize work over relationships. Being very ambitious people, they may be preoccupied with reaching their professional objectives and may see their relationship as secondary. This might lead to disregard of their partner's emotional needs, resulting in relationship breakdown. ENTJs must learn to balance their job and personal lives. They should establish firm limits and prioritize quality time with their partners. They may also concentrate on improving their empathy and active listening skills in order to better comprehend and react to their partner's needs. ENTJs need intellectual stimulation. They are very intelligent people who appreciate long talks and interacting with fresh ideas. This might be difficult if their partner does not share their interest in intellectual activities, or if they believe their relationship does not provide enough intellectual stimulation. To counter this, ENTJs must learn to recognize and value their partner's skills and interests, even if they vary from their own. They might also look for others who share their intellectual interests and participate in conversations and arguments with them. This allows them to continue cognitively growing and satisfying their demand for intellectual stimulation while still having a healthy and supportive relationship with their partner. ENTJs can also be extremely self-reliant and autonomous. They may find it difficult to ask their partner for assistance or support, and they may be uncomfortable depending on others. This might cause emotional distance and detachment in the relationship. ENTJs must learn to cherish their partner's support and be ready to seek for assistance when necessary. ENTJs may have the propensity to make choices without asking their partner. They may have a strong feeling of leadership and self-confidence, which may be a benefit in many aspects of life. In relationships, though, this might come off as dominating and controlling, making their partner feel ignored or unappreciated. ENTJs must learn to work and compromise with their partner in order to overcome this problem. While making choices that affect both of them, they may practice active listening and asking for their partner's ideas and comments. Chapter 6. Friendship Workplace Relationships for ENTJs. Friendships for ENTJs are often founded on common interests, ambitions, and a feeling of loyalty. ENTJs may struggle with communicating their feelings and may come off as self-centered. This may sometimes build a barrier between them and their pals, since they may not feel emotionally connected to them. To combat this, as an ENTJ, make a deliberate effort to be more honest and vulnerable with your friends, as well as showing interest in their lives and experiences. Work relationships are especially vital for an ENTJ, since they thrive in a competitive and results-driven setting. They may be driven to occupations that enable them to take control and be in charge. The drive for efficiency and productivity is one of the major characteristics of professional relationship for an ENTJ. They may be impatient with inefficiency or procrastination and want everyone around them to work at a comparable speed. This may occasionally lead to workplace conflict, particularly if their coworkers have different working styles or priorities. It may help to speak effectively and establish expectations early on in these circumstances, while also being open to compromise and finding common ground. The demand for respect is another crucial component of work relationships for an ENTJ. They value hard work and accomplishment and expect people to acknowledge and appreciate their efforts. The goal for an ENTJ in both personal and professional relationships is to strike a balance between their inherent abilities and inclinations and the needs and expectations of those around them. They should develop strong and supportive relationships that will help them reach their goals. In terms of friendships, an ENTJ must realize that great relationships need work and time. Although it may be easy to put work ahead of socializing, it is critical to make time for friendships and cultivate these ties over time. Try to set aside time for frequent check-ins or social gatherings, as well as make an effort to keep in contact and maintain open lines of communication. One possible barrier to friendship building for ENTJs is a propensity to concentrate on the future and long-term plans rather than the current moment. This might lead to feelings of alienation or a lack of involvement with others around them. To counteract this, try focusing on being completely present in social settings, as well as practicing active listening and involvement with your friends. Perfectionism is an issue that ENTJs may confront in both friendships and professional relationships. As someone who is driven by outcomes and achievement, you may have high expectations of yourself and others around you. This may be strength, but it can also lead to unreasonable expectations and a lack of flexibility in your relationships. To address this, practice self-awareness and recognize when you are getting into habits of perfectionism or rigidity. You may develop better and more durable relationships by being ready to compromise and adjust to the demands of others while remaining focused on your own objectives and priorities. The capacity to be sensitive and share your feelings is another crucial part of building successful relationships as an ENTJ. It's easy to slip into a routine of concealing emotions or acting stoic in social or business circumstances when you're focused on attaining achievement and obtaining results. Nevertheless, by displaying vulnerability and emotional intelligence, you may connect with people more deeply and become a more successful leader. ENTJs would benefit from strengthening their emotional intelligence in order to sustain good relationships. The capacity to comprehend and regulate one's own emotions, as well as understand and sympathize with the emotions of others, is referred to as emotional intelligence. This skill is especially crucial for ENTJs, who may be regarded as being too focused on their goals at the cost of other people's emotional needs. ENTJs can improve their emotional intelligence by practicing self-reflection and self-awareness, as well as getting feedback from trustworthy friends and coworkers. ENTJs can better regulate their emotions in high-stress circumstances and interact with others if they understand their own emotional triggers. Also, by showing empathy and understanding for other people's emotional needs, ENTJs may develop deeper relationships based on mutual respect and trust. ENTJs can benefit from establishing mentorship and coaching relationships with people who have greater expertise in developing and sustaining effective relationships. Chapter 7. ENTJ Career Paths. These are 40 careers that could be a good match for an ENTJ. CEO. As a natural leader, you may flourish as a company's CEO, guiding a team to success. Management consultant. Your strategic thought and problem-solving ability may make you an asset in consulting, assisting firms in reaching their objectives. Lawyer. Your good communication skills and logical thinking abilities might help you flourish as a lawyer, fighting for justice and guiding clients through the legal system. Investment banker. Your analytical abilities and willingness to take calculated risks can make you a good candidate for investment banking. Sales manager. Your persuasion skills and competitive spirit might help you grow in sales and lead a team to success. Real estate developer. Your ability to see possibilities and negotiate agreements might lead to success as a real estate developer. Project manager. Because of your ability to plan and manage complicated projects, you might be a significant asset in project management. Marketing director. Your strategic approach and creative thinking abilities may help you flourish in marketing and directing campaigns. Entrepreneur. Your passion and determination may qualify you to start your own firm and grow it from the ground up. Human resources manager. Your ability to comprehend and deal with people will help you succeed in human resources, managing employee relations, and assisting teams to operate successfully together. Business analyst. Your analytical abilities and capacity to recognize trends and patterns may enable you to flourish as a business analyst, assisting firms in making informed choices. Operations manager. As an operations manager, your ability to manage and improve processes might help you succeed by ensuring that everything operates smoothly and efficiently. Financial analyst. Your analytical abilities and aptitude to deal with numbers may enable you to be successful as a financial analyst, assisting businesses in making sound financial choices. Public relations expert. Your ability to successfully communicate and affect public opinion may qualify you for a career in public relations. Management consultant. Your capacity to lead and guide others may enable you to be effective as a management consultant, assisting others in developing their leadership qualities. Event planner. Your ability to organize and arrange events may qualify you for a profession in event planning. Executive coach. Your capacity to inspire and encourage others might make you effective as an executive coach, helping others reach their objectives. Nonprofit manager. Your passion to make a great impact in the world may propel you to succeed as a nonprofit manager, guiding organizations toward positive change. Public administrator. Your ability to manage and traverse complicated situations might help you succeed as a public administrator, ensuring the seamless operation of institutions. Business development manager. Your ability to find and explore new prospects might help you succeed by assisting firms in growing and expanding. Hotel manager. Your ability to manage teams and provide amazing customer service might propel you to success as a hotel manager, ensuring that customers have an enjoyable stay. Supply chain manager. Your ability to handle complicated logistics and improve operations might help you succeed in this field. Executive recruiter. Your ability to find and attract top talent may enable you to be effective as an executive recruiter, assisting firms in building successful teams. Operations analyst. As an operations analyst, your ability to evaluate and optimize processes might help you succeed by finding areas for improvement and making them more efficient. Advertising executive. As an advertising executive, your ability to think creatively and strategically might help you create great campaigns and drive sales. Technology consultant. As a technology consultant, you may use your analytical abilities and ability to grasp complicated systems to help firms incorporate new technologies and enhance their operations. Brand manager. Your ability to establish and maintain a strong brand image may enable you to be effective as a brand manager, ensuring that a company's reputation is maintained. Talent agent. Your ability to find and nurture talent might lead to success as a talent agent, assisting artists and entertainers. Public speaker. Your ability to inspire and encourage others may enable you to be a great public speaker, sharing your knowledge and ideas with others. Product manager. Your ability to create and deploy successful products may position you for success as a product manager, in charge of managing the full product development process. Social media manager. Your ability to communicate effectively and understand social media trends may position you for success as a social media manager in charge of a company's online presence. Executive director. Your ability to manage complex organizations and make strategic choices may position you for success as an executive director in nonprofit or government organizations. Environmental policy analyst. Your ability to think critically and traverse complicated systems might help you succeed as an environmental policy analyst trying to improve the environment. Educational administrator. Your ability to handle complicated systems and collaborate with others may enable you to be a great educational administrator, ensuring that schools function smoothly and children get the finest education possible. Supply chain analyst. Your ability to evaluate and optimize complex systems might help you succeed as a supply chain analyst, finding areas for improvement and increasing the efficiency of supply networks. These are just a few examples of potential job possibilities for an ENTJ. You have several alternatives accessible to you as a natural leader and strategic thinker. Take the time to investigate numerous alternatives and discover the one that's appropriate for you. It's crucial to pick a professional path that matches with your beliefs and enables you to fully use your abilities. Workplace success strategies for ENTJs. It is critical to prioritize building great relationships with your coworkers. Although you may be focused on reaching objectives, keep in mind that success in any business is the result of the efforts of the whole team. Take the time to get to know your coworkers, learn about their strengths and weaknesses, and collaborate to reach common objectives. This will help to create trust and respect within the team, leading to better success in the long run. As an ENTJ, you may be prone to taking control and making snap choices. Although this may be a valuable advantage, keep in mind that successful decision-making necessitates taking the time to examine all relevant information and perspectives. Before making a final decision, acquire all relevant facts and examine the probable repercussions of each option. This will allow you to make better judgments, which will lead to greater success. Another key aspect to consider is communication. As an ENTJ, you may have a propensity to be straight to the point, but remember that successful communication takes more than simply information delivery. Take the time to listen to your coworkers, understand their problems, and communicate in a clear and straightforward manner. This will help in the development of better relationship, teamwork, and ensuring that everyone is on the same page. As an ENTJ, you must remember to look out for yourself. Although you may be extremely motivated and ambitious, keep in mind that burnout is a genuine possibility. Prioritize self-care, whether that involves taking breaks during the day, delegating chores to others, or finding ways to handle stress outside of work. You will be more suited to manage your team and achieve greater success if you take care of yourself. You probably have a natural curiosity and drive to learn as an ENTJ, but you must make a deliberate effort to continue growing your abilities and knowledge. Attending training sessions or conferences, taking on new tasks and projects, or just remaining current with industry trends and best practices are all examples of this. You will be more suited to manage your team and make educated choices that will lead to success if you continue to learn and improve. Another critical part of ENTJ success is having a clear vision and plan for their team or company. As a natural strategist, you are well suited to creating a clear vision for the future and a path for reaching your objectives. Make it a point to clearly express this vision to your team and be open to comments and ideas from others. This will assist to ensure that everyone is working towards the same objectives and that you're making progress. Being adaptive and flexible is another crucial quality for ENTJs to flourish. Although having a clear vision and strategy is crucial, the fact is that things don't always go as planned. As an ENTJ, you may be inclined to stick to your original plan, but it's critical to be willing to change course when required. This might include modifying your plan in response to new facts, being open to new ideas and viewpoints, or even changing your goals entirely. Being adaptive and flexible will allow you to better negotiate change and uncertainty, eventually leading to greater success. Although you may be quite self-assured, it is important to realize that no one is flawless. Take the time to consider your shortcomings and get opinions from others. This can assist you in identifying areas where you may develop and, as a result, become a better leader. As an ENTJ, you must create a pleasant and motivating working atmosphere. You have a natural capacity to inspire and encourage people, and you will be better able to bring out the best in your team if you create a pleasant and supportive atmosphere. This might include recognizing and praising excellent work, encouraging open communication and cooperation, or just having a cheerful and upbeat presence in the office. Another crucial suggestion for ENTJs to excel in the business is to network strategically. As someone who is inherently ambitious and goal-oriented, it is critical to have a strong network of contacts that can assist you in achieving your objectives. Attending industry events and conferences, joining professional groups, or just reaching out to other experts in your industry might help. You'll be able to learn more from others, obtain fresh insights, and maybe uncover new chances for growth and development if you form a strong network. Time management is also essential. It might be tempting as a highly motivated person to take on too many initiatives and obligations, which can rapidly lead to burnout and lower performance. Prioritize your time and concentrate on the most essential activities and projects. This might include outsourcing some tasks to others or just learning to say no to tasks that are not in line with your goals. You'll be able to reach your goals and maintain a good work-life balance if you manage your time wisely. ENTJs must remain focused on their long-term goals. Although it is important to be adaptive and flexible, it is equally critical to be loyal to your vision and plan. This entails remaining focused on the larger picture rather than getting mired down in the specifics. You'll be better equipped to make smart judgments that lead to greater achievement if you always keep your long-term goals in mind.